it's 8:50 p.m. on January 27th, 2015. And this, I guess, is a very important video because I'm not trying to do the same one over and over again. I'm not trying to bring you the same content. But there is a common denominator.
I recently made a post in a group on Facebook.
Before I show you this one, I'm going to show you this one.
And which one is the white doll? Which doll is the black doll? And which one is the white doll? Which doll is the pretty doll? Which doll is the nice doll? Which doll is the bad doll? Which doll is the nice doll?
If this doesn't make you want to cry, if it doesn't make you cry, if you think this is normal, where do you think a child learns that they're less than another child? Is it from outside forces, or is it from the hand that rocks the cradle?
And which doll is the bad doll? And why is that doll pretty?
Because she's white and you have 2 eyes.
I've seen children get disciplined of all races, but I've never seen a woman that looks at their children and hates their children as much as the modern so-called black woman. I've never seen it. I've never seen hate focused on me. That is more heinous than the look in the eyes that I see of black women looking at me.
Doll is the ugly doll. Why is that doll ugly?
Because he's black.
Their mothers teach them that. These are the lucky ones right here. These are the ones that didn't get aborted.
Which doll looks most like you?
Like me.
Yeah, which one looks like you?
And that one.
Okay.
That doll.
I'm not going to try to convince you. But I look at the kids in my little poor little neighborhood. Dinner time, they're at the store getting any kind of shit that you would not expect a child to be eating at dinner time. Breakfast time, same thing. A contemptible or worthless person. Something worthless, garbage, nonsense, unpleasant experience or treatment, personal belonging stuff. Any psychotic drug, especially marijuana. Shit. This is what these children eat at dinner time. Fathers in jail. Brothers getting earned income credit. Child support. Food stamps. Section 8. going to get worse.
And in this post, I was pointing out how it's my personal belief that the chances of a black woman having an abortion when the child's father is white is at least 10 times lower than it would be if the father is black. I don't have any stats to prove this or to support this. All I have is what I know about black women. I believe that if 100% of black women were impregnated by white males, that they would not lead the nation in the world in child abortions. Percentage-wise, they have more abortions than any other group on the earth. But if all those women were impregnated by white men, I believe they'd have the lowest abortion rate of anybody on earth. But what sparked my interest was this one female, black female, who posted a comment on that post. And she pointed out how she personally knew a black woman who was confused about who her child's father was. Because at the time she was impregnated, she had fucked a black man and a white man. So she wanted the father to be the white man. So all this time while she's pregnant, 9 months, she's watching her stomach grow, seeing the ultrasounds and whatnot. She's hoping that baby is biracial. The baby turned out to be by the black man. That child mysteriously died 3 months later.
I want to let this run. No one, no police officer, no police department is killing black men, black babies, black people at the rate that black women are killing them.
And now the black woman only dates non-black men. I took this story as further proof of my belief that black women are possessed by anti-black demons, pro-white, pro-non-black demons. Anybody who studied literature on demonic possession is aware that oftentimes when you're possessed, you start to resemble the spirit that possesses you. Who do black women resemble? With their lifelong attempts to acquire white and non-black beauty aesthetics artificially, either through applying heat and burning their hair to straighten it, applying perms, or, believe it or not, actually purchasing the hair from other women.
I'm going to dedicate this video to my friend V, a very nice white lady who looks at these videos that I produce, and the only thing she can say is, it just seems like I didn't hear her say it. I looked at it on her, but it just seems like she's saying, like, it just seems like you just have this hatred for black women. I don't have a hatred for anybody. I don't hate anybody. And you know what? These This is not my production. I show evidence of my hypothesis. A supposition or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. A proposition made as a basis for reasoning without any assumption of its truth. Outside of my empirical. Based on concern with verifiable by observation or experience rather than theory or pure. My empirical reasoning is that if I'm walking in the intersection and the light says walk, and I'm in the pedestrian crossing, you can guarantee you that the person that's trying to move you out of that pedestrian crossing generally would be, in my empirical experiences, my empirical reasoning, is that it's going to be a black woman who doesn't seem to have any knowledge of a person or the rules of the road. But my friend V, the only thing she says is that I seem to have some type of, I'm okay, but what my feelings are towards black women. But this right here is not me or my video. This is just me starting at the point that black women are demonically possessed, and that they try to mimic the host that is invading their bodies.
Black women purchasing their hair and gluing it to their own scalp and going out in public to convince the public, the world, that that hair is actually theirs. If you study literature on demonic possession, you're aware that oftentimes when a demon possesses you, the goal of that demon is to destroy the body that it possesses. It's not there for the interest of that body. It's there to operate against that body. And when you look at the actions of black women, it is their culture to destroy genetics and traits that are unique to blackness, that identify them as black people. Again, this is an anti-black demon, a collectively shared demon inside black women. They don't stop at just straightening their hair and styling it in the same way white women and non-black women style their hair. They don't stop at literally purchasing their hair and gluing it to their scalp. They go as far as even to dye it blonde, to put blue contacts in their eyes. Who does that resemble? Don't post pictures and talk about, less than 1% of black people who have blue eyes. There are not enough of them to have inspired black women to want to wear blue contacts. They got that from that adoration of white women that started when they were little girls. Again, an anti-black spirit. You got to understand that if you're a black man you're at a higher risk of having your unborn child murdered in the womb. A biracial child, you don't abort them.
I go to a mammy college. I'm surrounded by mammies of all different ages and all different varieties. But the one thing they have in common is their hair weave and the fact that they hate me. I asked the lady in the lunchroom, I said, I need to get something that I can get with a box. All right? She said, anything, you can get anything. We put anything you get in the box. So when I was at the cash register, I was like, where's the box? I told you I wanted it in the box. We can't just be giving away our boxes. White lady standing behind me. Somehow I engaged her the following day. She goes, oh, I remember you. You were the one that's making the big deal out of the box. Even though I wasn't asking for anything for free out of that fucking cafeteria, which I should never spend any money in. But she thought that I was wrong for asking for what I wanted out of a fucking establishment. The liberals, the white liberals, hate the black man, and they've used the so-called black woman against the so-called black man. But it's Satan dominating the black woman. Look at this. 14,500,000. I've heard 13 to 20 million babies. But what I see is a bunch of empty high schools and a bunch of high schools that were so-called black now being inhabited by Mexicans and whites in single parent households.
You keep those kids. This is the mind of that black woman who is possessed by demons. You keep the biracial kids. You don't abort them. You keep them and show them off. Because those are the pretty babies. You keep those as trophies over the black babies. You know, when you come through the door and you got your mulatto kids in the midst of black kids, yours is going to be on a pedestal. So you're more likely to be killed. Remember, the number one cause of death in the black community is abortions. Right? Black lives matter unless it's by an abortion doctor. You're more likely to be killed in the womb if you have a black father, if you're a black infant. Your chances are much higher of staying alive if you're a biracial child in the womb.
Now, V, tell me how my opinion of black women is worse than what black women are doing. Tell me. Heart disease, 2 billion. Cancer, 1,324,000. Accidents, 400,723. Violent crime, all right? I think you understand. AIDS. The black woman is the number one cause of death of black people in America. But V, you trying to tell me that I'm at fault for talking about this? I can't talk about it. I can't speak about it.
Black woman. If all this does not tell you that black women are severely sick and beyond that, possessed by pro-white, pro-non-black, anti-black demons, I don't know what else does or what else will. This is why I don't fuck with black women. It don't got nothing to do with hatred for them. It got to do with understanding them. And it's sad to see you Negroes who's so thirsty for pussy and being a slave to your dick that you don't even recognize how fucked up these women are. You just continue to worship their ass. You a goddamn fool. And you Negroes need to wake up fast. These are not women who need to be raising black kids. All they're gonna do is, like I said before, subliminally teach those black kids that black is inferior. Like I've said before, they start teaching that child that as soon as that child's able to open his eyes, as an infant, before it could walk, talk, or crawl, it sees a black mother ashamed of being what she is.
Which doll is the black doll? And which one is the white doll?
That one.
Which doll is the pretty doll? Which doll is the nice doll? Which doll is the bad doll? Which doll is the nice doll? And which doll is the bad doll? And why is that doll pretty?
Because she's white and she has 2 eyes.
Which doll is the ugly doll? Why is that doll ugly?
Because he's black.
Which doll looks most like you?
Like me.
Yeah, which one looks like you?
And that one,
Okay.
that doll.
All right, you dumb ass motherfuckers. You gonna let Satan tell you who to worship, what to worship? They don't love you. They can't. They're not human. They're a host of Satan.
And they're going to teach black kids that being black is something inferior, something that you should replace, something that you should destroy, that you should instead opt for white genetics, for non-black genetics. Being black is something to run away from. It's something to despise, something to treat like a curse. That's that demon. And that's why black males and females grow up and have all the hostility that they hold directed toward other black people. That's why black males shoot and kill. That's why black males and females fight each other to death every day. Stab, shoot, and kill each other every day. They don't hold that hostility for other races, just themselves. You start talking about violence against other races, those same violent Negroes who violent towards each other will start talking race harmony and how you need to get off that and stop being racist yourself. And give you lectures from Martin Luther King and a bunch of other bullshit. That's because they've been raised by a demonically possessed mother. As that old African proverb says, women are the first installers of culture. As she goes, so does the race. So it is her who is destroying the race. The inferiority complex that black people have comes from their mother. They teach them that being black is inferior. And people who feel inferior, they don't build nations. They don't create their own shit. They don't even value their race enough to try to work in the interests of the race.
You ever see how many black people wear shoes? Have you noticed? How many of them drive cars? Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever noticed how many of them wear jeans? hats. We don't make any of it. And if I made it, if I made something, they wouldn't buy it. They wouldn't buy it. They go find a white man to get it from. But this is me. I paint that shirt. I designed it. Although superhero apparel is very popular with black children, mothers go to Satan to buy their things, not from me. But I don't care because I have food to eat and I have a place to live. I don't need them. Matter of fact, I don't want their support because when I go into glory, I don't want to have to give credit to Satan's spawns.
This is all coming from that demonically possessed black mother. I told you, all black problems is caused by black women. I'm going to keep hammering this point home. Because as much as I've said, I know I haven't said enough. There are many more sides to this fact that they're possessed by demons. So stay tuned. Watch them. Watch how they try to flip their head around so that their hair fly through the air. Just like white women's hair fly through the air. White women been doing this forever. Right? It's part of who they are. It's part of what they are. They're not behaving outside of what they are like black women. And this is another thing that black women have tried to adopt. You know, they didn't stop at the blue contacts, green contacts. They didn't stop at getting their hair straight. They didn't stop at dyeing it blonde. They didn't stop at bleaching their skin. They even want their hair to fly through the air like white women's. Hollywood and media have pretty much incorporated this as a part of what makes white women attractive. That their hair can swing through the air and fly, trail in their head. That it blows through the wind when it's windy. Black women want that too. Everything about the white woman that is seen or projected as attractive about her, black women want for themselves. So you see black women trying to swing their heads, looking plumb retarded. I mean, beyond stupid and retarded. They look just possessed. They look worse than a person who needs to be locked.
Do you understand? I don't have any hatred for black women, but I don't want. Why would I want to be around a woman patting her head and with some hyena hair, some horse hair, some Indian hair, some hair that's not theirs, stinking to high heaven? Why would I want to be in her company? But somehow something is wrong with me. V, you know I'm talking to you. Nice white lady who I love very much. You don't see any fault in them. None. 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 I'm the bad guy.
That's why they glue women's hair who ain't black to their head. That's why they wear wigs with hair that come from other races of women. And they want to move like them. They want to talk like them. They want to make the same facial expressions that white women make. They want to give off the same vibe, the same energy. They want the same chemistry and sexiness that white women have. And you telling me these women ain't possessed? You telling me they don't have a foreign spirit inside them? Oh yeah, they do. These women are beyond being copycats. Nobody is that good of a fucking copycat. Nobody. These women have completely absorbed mind, body, and soul foreign spirits. They are literally possessed by demonic spirits, and that spirit hates blackness. I've said this before, but as somebody also said, their hatred for black men coincides with their...
I don't hate them, but I go to school with these women like this, walking around with these white girls. You know who white girls are looking at? Me. I don't have a hair weave. I just try not to make eye contact with them. I try not to. The young lady at the cafeteria, before I had my encounter with her, I saw the white man, and I told him about the behavior of the women in there. Needless to say, she comes to me and goes, I just wanted to say this. I said, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. But like I said in previous videos, I'm going to flag the play. You don't have to like me. You don't have to want to be around me. But you can best believe that if I'm in the establishment and you're getting paid, just give me my shit expedited and give me what I asked for. We just don't go around giving away boxes, bitch. I'm paying for what I didn't ask you for anything for free. No, just do your fucking job.
desire to be non-black, because we represent everything that makes them feel ugly. I've said that in another video, in a different video. We're a constant reminder of everything they hate about themselves. It's going to remind them of what they spend their whole life trying to avoid looking like. We give them babies that are a constant reminder of what they fight against their whole life, of what makes them feel ugly. Oh, we want variety. This is what they possessed as to say. We just want variety. You know a person possessed when they say something that's totally illogical, that has no basis in reality, no merit whatsoever. How is it variety when over 95% of you choosing the same thing? Where is the variety? There's no variety in that. Don't even take no time to figure that out. Y'all are doing the same thing. Where the variety at? Now, when black women did practice variety, it was before they came over here. It was before they became completely possessed. That's when they used their texture hair to their artistic advantage. And that's when you really saw a wide variety of hairstyles. Right? Back then, they didn't damage their scalp. They didn't fuck their hair up with perms and hot combs and shit that make it stop growing. Their hair actually grew very long. They had an endless numbered selection of hairstyles. That was practicing variety. Where's the variety in this Barbie doll look? So it's beyond retardedness. It's beyond how stupid they look. It's deeper than how stupid they look. And yes, they look retarded. I mean, embarrassing. It's bigger than that. This is a part of their possession. They are far worse than a lot of popular people, describe them as here on YouTube. They are actually demonically possessed. Stay tuned.
Do not believe me. Not believe that guy that just got through. Very nice man. Don't believe anybody. Don't be so quick to believe the white liberals who tell you that you are blameless. We all have fallen short. Make your own videos. Do your own research. Create a hypothesis. Make a theorem. Let's look up one more word before I say goodnight. A general proposition not self-evident but proved by a chain of reasoning. A truth established by means of accepted truths. A rule in algebra or other branches of mathematics expressed by symbols or formulae. Come up with a study. You know, make your own videos. Remember, where there's one, they will teach your children to hate themselves. Where there's two, there will be 10 abortions. Where there's three, no functioning children will be. When there's one, there's no fun. Where there's two, you better run it. Where there's three, I will not be. Make your own videos. Make your own videos. Good night.